Hey guys, Brainy here, and welcome to the very first video in what could possibly be a new series on this channel. Welcome to the best gaming setups. This episode, Reddit. Now with that useless intro out of the way, let's get into why I'm actually doing this video. Recently, I was browsing through my internet feeds again, and I came across a page on Reddit named Battle Stations, and this seemed very interesting. Lo and behold, once I clicked, I found out that it was a page dedicated to gaming setups, and an active one at that. So here are the best gaming setups, version 1. So first up, we have this setup by JSMOOVE3990, or however you actually pronounce it if it's actually a word. And it really is pretty cool, but the thing that kind of threw me off about this setup is the odd placement of the TV. But he did say that he's gonna get stuff organized soon, so there may be a chance to see his setup complete. So in depth, we can see that his main visual setup consists of 3 monitors and this very large television, which is a 23-inch AOC TV according to the guy who set this up. One thing that I will point out though is the fact that the monitor to the right is kind of a hazard since someone could walk in and throw it down, and also that his cable setup is a bit messy. But hey, I gotta give him props for having everything else basically looking good. As for the internals of his setup, I don't have the full details since he didn't post them, but what he did post is that it does have a GTX 760 4GB running all his games graphics wise. Another interesting thing with his setup is the tablet that he does have on his desk, which adds a really nice touch in terms of style, and his actual PC tower, which is white, and that is also very interesting and a clean choice. So next up, we have this base from DanTheMan_19, which is interestingly named the I live in a dorm room setup. Now this setup here is quite basic and simple given the fact that it is a single monitor setup and it does have space to think about. Also, he didn't really post the specs about the setup, so I'll basically be giving my thoughts on this setup based on what I can see. So as his main visual device, he does have a really simplistic and clean looking Lenovo monitor, which does suit his setup really well. He also has a lamp which would actually be really helpful to him since he is most likely a student, and he also does have a USB hub on his desk, which gives him a few more options when it comes to the number of devices he can connect to his PC all at once. He can plug some below and also use his hub up on top. Now finally topping it off, he has a really cool looking mouse connected, and I really love the blue color. He has one speaker which would most likely be enough to give him the sound that he needs, and he has an Acer laptop on his desk. What I expect would also be a help to him with his schoolwork. Now let's take a look at his internals. His PC tower case seems to be well set, and from what I can see, he has a dual fan setup which is perfectly complemented with his graphics card and other internals. There is room for improvement, but overall it is a pretty nice setup. Next up, we have what is actually one of my favorite setups featured in this video, coming from the user Flipside127. Now first up, the clean and sleek black and white design says so much if actually saying very little. It's clean, free, and it's a feast for the eyes. Now the first thing that I want to point out is the fact that his cable arrangement is neat and tidy, something that really helps any setup stand out. Also, he does have a very cool looking LED setup behind his desk, which literally lights up the atmosphere in the room. He has a triple monitor setup, and that is a common sight among these maxed out and clean looking setups. Onto what's on his desk, I can see that he does have it very clean and organized, that he does also have a large resting pad for his mouse and keyboard. His gaming chair also seems like a very comfortable fit that matches with everything also. It has enough support for your body to keep you relaxed and comfortable when gaming or even working on this setup. Now I can't actually see what he has in his case, but from everything else that can be seen, I can pretty much say that is no joking matter. Finally, we have a setup that I think most of you guys would like, and this one is actually spec'd out. And by that I mean he actually gave a list of everything included in his setup. For his monitor setup, he has a Philips BDM4350UC with AMOLED HD and the Asus ROG Swift PJ34HQ. As speakers, he has Edifier Studio R2000DB. As his laptop, he has a Sony Pro 13. Now on to his PC's detail specs. His processor is the i7 7700K DE-LED 5GHz 1325 volts 36 degrees Celsius max. For RAM, the G-Skill Trident Z RGB 42GB or 48GB DDR4 3200 CL14. As its graphics card, the Nvidia Titan X Pascal 2.1 GHz, 10.830 MHz, 46 degrees Celsius max. For storage, the Samsung 960 Pro NVMe M.2 1TB SSD. As its power supply, the EVGA Supernova 1000P2, and its cooling fans, two Noctua NF F12 Industrial PPC. As its motherboard, he has the Asus Maximus iX code, and all this is contained in the Win 805 Infinity case. A pretty decent setup if you ask me. So that's about it for this video. If you like this and want to see this become a series on the channel, let me know by leaving a like, commenting down below, and subscribing for new videos every single week. Also, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on what you thought was the best setup included in this video. I want to see what you think was the best setup that I featured in this video, and also there will be links in the description below for you to check out previous videos and also other setups I listed in this video. So that's about it, and I will be seeing you in the next video.